because our doomsday shows the living. For your strength, you're gonna need an awful lot. When you see our shocker pictures, so terrifying.
They're right in the cabinet.
Well, is it okay with you, sir?
Sure, kids, go ahead.
Well, thank you.
Pick something groovy, Alex.
that's good enough for all that. Oh, should flip that up, and there we are. Welcome in, everyone. I am, so if I know there's at least 3 people, if they're in chat right now, will yell at me for this, but I've been kind of tired all day, simply for the fact that I've been off all week, so my sleep schedule is completely screwed up and almost non-existent. Let's just work if I... Ow. And I see my internet's doing the thing again. Let me... try something to hopefully stabilize this mess. Because it... And that didn't help. If I have a week off, it's guaranteed. Yeah. It's going to happen, but also I woke up this morning thinking, why do I feel so awful? What's going on with this? Why do I feel so tired and all that? Oh, God, what? Right, I was playing Dead Space, that's why this is huge. Forget about that. And then I realized, oh, right. Because I have been staying up much longer than I should have. Been sleeping almost none at all. And, yeah. But anyway, because of that, we're playing Ion Fury today. I got gift... Oh, God, my OBS is just... Let me run a speed test quick. Because I am getting, like, red and all that. And that should categorically not be happening right now. Geesh. Okay. Very... Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with this per usual. Wish that would work, but anyway, I am really excited for this game because I have been playing it all day since I got it, like, last night. It is essentially a Doom clone, but modern. When you open this up, it has a section of, what resolution are you playing as? Here's an output of everything it's doing in the background and all that, the hot nonsense you'd expect from, like, Doom when you were playing it when it came out. Stream quality is back up, at least kind of low for a few... Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'm going to keep an eye on it and hope it stables out, but I think tomorrow's project might be messing with the router. I also noticed that Wi-Fi from my desk has been awful, but... Oh, God. I just see it going like Christmas lights over there, thinking, like, what are you doing? Don't be doing that. But anyway, so we have what's essentially a glorified manual page of the only explanation of the story we're going to get. In the near future, the streets of Neo DC are wrought with crime. You are Captain Shelley Bombshell Harrison, leader of the GDF's domestic task force, and the baddest bitch bringing it to augmented criminals that dare defy the long-standing order of permanent martial law. My God, I swear, someone played Doom, watched like all of RoboCop and every other 90s action movie they could find, and threw it all in a blender. With a good helping of cheese. You've earned your nickname through proficiency with explosives and kept it with your... I think that's nickname instead of middle name. But I also wouldn't put it past them to actually be their legal name. Patel looks DC is your town, and you aren't going to let cracked out cyborg punks drag it any further down the drain without a fight. Though it's only been 6 months since you assumed the position, you're already the longest serving head of the unit. A dubious honor, as all your predecessors were killed in the line of duty. I can barely read this with a straight face. As you fruitlessly attempt to get sloshed after another horrible day in urban hell, an explosion rings out from your overpriced watered-down drink becomes one with the ground. It's time to get furious. This is... Let's see, do we want First Blood, Wanton Carnage, Ultra Viscera, or Maximum Fury? Relentless difficulty. You die a lot and then uninstall the game. Thanks for playing! I don't want to think. Let's just do... Because I've beaten like the first episode of this, and I don't want to think very much.
Bring it on. You're lucky I can't fit a grenade launcher in my bag.
I've been looking at this game for a while, but just like never actually remembered to, you know. But like it has dumb humor, and you do have the option. I think my favorite. Oh wait, I forgot that I should up all the sounds because I was playing this while listening to other things and shanked volume down to nothing. Wait, you also have the option to, if you don't like her dumb 90s action star quips, you can just have her shut up. Which I think is honestly, that's just a feature most games should have. Like if anyone's told during dev testing that, hey, this character is kind of grating, just shut them up.
Say my name.
Because she does not get... Quips don't get better.
Oh yeah.
Blue access card. And then there's this. Oh. Works better if you press the button.
I spray.
There we
you
go.
Pray.
Yeah. Hey, she's a 90s action hero. You have to be patient with them. They're doing their best here.
Yeah.
Also, I'm tempted to, like, go really slow through this game, which I'm probably going to have to do off stream when I play it myself.
We're done when I say
This is
we're
a
done.
public service announcement. Return to your homes or face death. We're taking over this town.
Think again, asshole. One good spill deserves another. Your blood for my drink.
But yeah, where was I even going? What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the secrets in this game. Original Doom was like stupid when it comes to hidden things. Like, there is a legit method of... Ah! You're definitely going to die. Press the use key to scream.
You're lucky I can't fit a grenade launcher in my bag.
It's like armor sharks down there, and I get... Okay, it's not. Oh, and there's some ammo.
Oh yeah.
You end up absolutely swimming in ammo.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah. I think I even have to get this secret again. Yep.
I spray, you pray.
And hey, they were trying to replicate like Doom or Wolfenstein or other games that what exists. Oh, I can't. No, that's a cocktail loud. And they kind of nail it with like the menu setup. Because as I said, I am not my mental. Oh, I can't do it, but I'm not sure how. You had to manually save and manually save
Worthless consumer models.
everything in the original Dukes. Like I said, it didn't show up because I was all showing my desktop, and I just cannot be bothered to do that. But you get to do oh. Hey, got body armor. And that grand. Ah, the urinals. That's how you get up here. Oh yeah, they do have reflections, but here's the funny thing. No matter what gun I equip, it's the same. It's the exact same gun, the shotgun. Like, they definitely took a modern engine to make everything and have it all work out like this. But there's, if I can actually figure out what I'm trying to say, like, the menus feel like the original Doom. If you ever boot up like the $2 copy of the original, you can get here. All like saving, loading game, having to be highly manual, and having to rename save files, all that, and load a big line of options. Like, the menus feel like original Doom. This is actually pretty similar to what a Doom sprite is. I talked to someone who like made their own custom Doom sprite, so their VTuber model was in the game, was what they used. All I knew these Doom games are on the Xbox Game Pass, and I tried the original. Yeah, the original I think holds up pretty well. Okay. I have to actually get it from the arcade. I won't lie that it's a great game, definitive and all that. It's a fun game, but I've dug more into
This is a public service announcement. Return to your homes or face death. We are taking over this town.
Especially with modding, I've tried
Think
a
again,
couple
asshole.
times to
One good spill deserves another.
get into
Your blood for my drink.
yeah, to get into like actually making Doom maps and all that. But the ladder. Not that's how you get up here. You use the ladder. You don't careen off the side of the building like an idiot. That makes sense. But they do some pretty interesting things behind the scenes. I doubt this game is constructed like Doom 1 or 2. I can get over there. Oh. Okay, we'll turn that down. Thanks for letting me know. Because I think... Yeah, that should be better. Yeah, I was saying that I... Ooh, there's a hole. I think I go over there later, maybe? Or can? But, yeah, I was a bit more interested in figuring out how they do things behind. Yeah, that's a lot. Behind the scenes, and it's pretty impressive. It's all like perspective trips. The original Doom games are about as three-dimensional as like Super Mario. All they do is, well, you can see it with this game. All the enemies are sprites that are set to always face you. In order to make your own like Doom character and model, all you need is a sprite for movement, a sprite for standing still, and left and right turns. Along with, if it's a character sprite, a face sprite, because... Ah! I hurt myself on the grill. Yes.
This is my boomstick.
Shotgun.
Say my name.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm rambling on the what I know of Doom. How do I get back over here? I feel like that should open, but I have been... I think that's a slug shotgun. I'm pretty sure it's a grenade launcher that some madman made shells that fit it. Because, first of all, it's like a 6-shot rotary grenade launcher. Oh, I'm back over here. And also, its special alt-fire mode loads grenades into it.
I've got a present for you.
Bowling bombs. So I'm pretty sure that it's like just, don't even know what gauge it would be. My guess would be something like, definitely lower than 12 gauge. Probably 8 or something. Where am I going? Oh. Been there before. That's like half of these. Ah! Hiding. Like about half of the appeal, I think, of Doom games are just how our weapon design. Because these... Ooh, body armor. Nope. Like, the super shotgun is an instantly recognizable sound from Doom. The boom, click, click, plunk, reload. Can do anything? That looks like something I should be able to do something with. I swear, I'll probably end up going through this game several times just trying to figure out where everything is. And if I don't care about secrets, which appears to be what I'm doing now, just for the sake of moving. I'm probably going to get back to where I was. Ooh. I think I got a strike with that one. I do want to eventually play through most, if not all, of the Doom games on stream. And a while ago, I picked up like the complete collection. Because I had 2016 internal, and then I picked up that. I'm shooting at me. You. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's... I forgot. I completely forgot about how dumb and... Like, this feels like they referenced Duke Nukem, Doom, and RoboCop for making this game, with a little bit of Blade Runners. It was Washington Foreskins. New stadium, opening ceremony. I've also seen for... There's a...
Dance, fucker, dance!
There's a bunch of dumb ads. I've seen one for a movie, like in-game movie, Thy Flesh Consumed, which is the name of like the first episode of Doom. Hey, how are you doing? This is so much fun. Like, they've nailed the feeling of old Doom games. And, well, I suppose just old school shooters in general. And I've been playing this all day and decided, I could play the game I actually scheduled for tonight. But I just want to play more of this. Where are they? There they are. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in.
I never miss.
Should... armor. I know there's a whole lot of secrets, because when I went through this the first time, aside from the couple that I've already found, I was told that I have... That's what you get for just running around the corner with reckless abandon. It tells you how many secrets you got at the end of the level, and I was like... I missed like 15 of them, and I don't even know where they could have been. There we go.
Nothing that laying down another beating can't solve.
Yes, that's the solution to this. More police brutality. Yeah, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Are you on your knees yet?
Only thing better than one machine gun is a second. Oh! Wait a second. Not you. You just... Hell yeah! Half the ammo... Double the ammo, half the ammo efficiency, and more importantly, double the pain. Also, there's just, like, a high-quality armor on the center of that pillar that I never noticed. And I think I have an idea of how to get to it. But that's a problem in a bit.
Sit down, little girl. This is your final warning.
What are you gonna do? Send me to my room?
Ah! They come from behind. Oh! I've been using these bowling bombs wrong all along. I did not know about the charge feature. I love it. Can I get up there? That's the question I need answered right now. No. Unless we do some Half-Life shit and push props. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Oh, I love incendiary fleshings. How did you even... I don't know how you got on fire, but I'm glad you are. Like, that is just... That is a polite cyborg terrorist right there. This is something I've talked about a lot with, like, a friend, but I knew in college, but we're just kind of talking about what makes games that we like seem so good. And the one answer we could come up with was they're games that had a focus on movement. And games that felt good to do really nothing except move around the world in. Games that he put forward were Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori Will o' the Wisp, those two games, and a bunch of other Metroidvanias, and he also mentioned Hollow Knight, I think, as games that all just felt good to move around the world in. Like, it was intuitive, it was fun, it didn't feel like a chore to get from point A to point B, and I think he has a point. Yeah, games with great stories and worlds that you can get lost in. That's also... Those actually also qualifies for most of the games he mentioned. Because I only watched him play... Ah! They're behind me. Nope.
Talk shit, get shot.
Yeah, there was a perfectly fine door right there. Not a thing wrong with it, and now, well, I guess we have two. Yeah, I think that's definitely a component. Like, it needs to have a world. Wait, where is... They're above me. Yeah. Red Dead is... I'd argue that personally, Red Dead is a game that is very much carried by characters and story. And definitely in the size and immersiveness of the world. I think Red Dead Redemption 1 definitely is more of a Hollywood take on the Old West of... You can... Yeah, I need to get these on. Where are they firing from? Oh, you can do everything you'd expect. You can have massive shootouts all over the place. Ah, I found where everyone was. You can form in certain points of the story, you form a posse in order to go after outlaws. Like, it hits every Western trope. Whereas Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, is a bit more focused on kind of a more grounded take of everything that you do in the story also serves to make the main... Yeah, still missing 10 secrets in this area. Okay, it's annoying me because I found one. And I have an idea of how to get it. If I get these fans on and run for it, they'll throw me the distance, but I don't know where the switches. Eh. Yeah, but anyway, those are definitely games that the story, like, they're kind of pretty typical westerns, which is the entire point of what they're doing. Come on. And they're done pretty well. Like, they're good revenge stories that don't really end well for anyone. And then the horror games are really wonderful and sad and melancholy stories from what my friend told me about the games and what I saw from watching him. Oh my god. I apologize again for the internet because that seems to be a persistent and belligerent problem. Oh yeah, Dishonored games. I do remember those, mostly because they were in... There's like a weird era where every stealth game that... No, I think I know what happens with that. So every stealth game does its damnedest to make you feel bad for the people that you'd normally be killing. Because the genre owes such a debt to Metal Gear Solid, which that has non-lethal ways to kill enemies simply because knocking them out means that they'll get back up and it'll force you to have a harder time playing the game, because killing them will just take them out of the equation permanently, no matter how many times you come back to the area. Eh, I'm stuck. No. Ah! Wait a minute. So the solution is...
Well, this is headed in a familiar direction.
So the solution is give the player a storyline consideration and in-game rewards for making it harder on themselves. But also, in order to make it work, you have to kind of put a good story on. Like, the more violent and thus easier you make the game on yourself, then the worse the storyline goes for the people in the game and in the city. Which I think is like a really cool way to show players, first of all, yes, your actions do have consequences and weight in this game. And also, while also enforcing that... Oh, I went in a circle. The idea that there's a narrative reward for making sure players don't take the easy way out. Dishonored, you only knock out the guards once in each map. True, you do. They do stay knocked out. That, did forget about that. It's been a while since I played Dishonored. But, if I remember right, it's more of you can play it stealthily. Like, you can play it stealthily, and it's pretty, if I remember right, now that I'm actually recalling a bit more about how Dishonored plays. If you play it stealthily, you have a hard time. You spend quite a lot of time hiding around, moving bodies, and all that, because I think none of your knockout stuff really works if you get into open combat. They just love putting...
Putin machine.
Yeah, these things are like Valve's head crabs, always wherever you least expect them. Well, honestly, Sith, I would hesitate to call Assassin's Creed a stealth game. It's a parkour, yes. Action, definitely. Stealth, it just never really emphasized and developed those systems well enough for me to say it did a good job at being a stealth game.
I like the way you die.
Sweet. I got grenades. Which, you know, are the same diameter as the shells. Fit in the same gun. Which leads me to think that this is a grenade launcher that someone made shot shells for, and not a shotgun that happens to also fit grenades. Oh yeah, no. They have from what I've seen of Valhalla, which was a story oscillating between this game is... Did I miss the access card? I might have. Also, the map being on the tab key and going between a line out to full color, that is something that the devs have lifted directly off of the GZ Doom WAD loader for Doom. Excuse me, maintenance. Yeah, Odyssey games, a meme of the franchise. On some level, they're all kind of memes now. Like they've moved to action adventure.
Say we're done.
To like action RPGs, and I think they're a little too indebted to the meta plot that the Ezio trilogy started, of the whole ancient aliens thing. But oh god, I'm getting creamed.
Dodge this.
But I've heard people enjoy them, so
Nice.
they are doing something right. Yeah, I think the problem is that they went a little bit too heavy in... Okay, this is just straight up black and white, and I love what they're doing with the lighting. Like, that has... Zorkin, that has to be a reference to something retro I don't know about. I have a feeling. This looks like a bomb. There are bombable walls, I know that. But yeah, I don't... Okay, no, this is just killing me slowly. I don't think you'll find anyone who has a bad thing to say about the Ezio
I
trilogy.
really needed that.
Glad I backed into that stim pack. Because that was a lot of, like, people's first introduction to the series.
Nice.
Of Assassin's Creed. Like, not even the full trilogy, just you. How did I miss? That was right next to his head. Oh, God, that was 1% health. Black Flag was the other one, and that is probably the one I have the most amount of time in. So that one was just fun. Like, they had the ship mechanic kind of figured out in... Well, they had the ship in 3. And then they figured out how to build a game around it in 4.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
That voice line is so dumb. It just kind of improved it. Yeah, the ship combat was like I could have some issues with the storyline and how they wrote some characters. I have I can overlook every single gripe I have about that game for the simple reason that ship combat was so goddamn fun. Like, I think everyone who played that game in high school would just, after they beat it, would just kind of roam around the seas picking fights for the sheer reason of, I can, and this is fun. Yeah, I remember it got to a point where I could essentially complete all the ship's boarding requirements before I even got onto it. Or if I didn't quite have them all, I was good enough shot with the swivel gun and knew vaguely where each objective on the ship was, so it was like, kill the captain, destroy the powder caches, all that nonsense. I'd know, okay, there's a powder cache back there, and the blast is going to get the captain too. Here, the powder caches are then here, here, and here. And all I have to do now is swing onto the ship, fire every one of my guns, and I win. It was head empty, but so much fun. Can I go back over here? Yes, there's new enemies. Always follow the path of most resistance. Right, because I got the yellow key card now. Sorry.
Nice.
Good for their new pirate game that has the same ship content. Oh right, I heard I heard a little bit of that. So they're making a new, like, isn't it somewhat like Sea of Thieves? From what I heard. I haven't really... I'll admit that I will just kind of drop out of following certain companies' stuff just for the sheer reason of, oh, it's a game by that company. They've disappointed me in the past, and will probably do it again. God. Find help! Find ammo! Find the enemies with my bullets! Hey, Falcon, how are you doing? Glad to see you around. Hope you're having a good night. We're just playing some Ion Fury. I keep on wanting to say Ion Maiden because that's what the game was called when I first heard of it, and then they either decided to or had to rename it. Anyway, I've been playing this game all day and I've been having so much fun, so I decided instead of playing what I was going to this evening, just play more because it's good. One thing that's throwing me is I actually have to reload. Swap that out for that won't completely blow up in my face.
Clean up on aisle your ass. Wow, that sucks.
Oh, there's another. Oh, didn't know there's two yellow key card entrances. Ah! Nope. Y'all, no, I kind of have a habit of, because from what I've seen from Ubisoft is, like, a lot of things that I wasn't really impressed with. Like, the problem with map soup, where there's a lot of things on the map to do, but not really Ah! Ah! Ah? Oh, that could have been bad. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Especially because I remember playing Ghost of Tsushima, and that, I think, is one of my favorites open world. Oh, if you destroy the head, it blasts everything behind it. I've been doing it in the wrong direction this entire time. Oh, that is good to know.
Putin machine.
Come on. There. Oh, there's a stim pack in there. Anything fun in here? No. I have more puddles to jump into. Yeah, the more you know. Yeah, I've been learning so much about this game. From the fact that you can charge up bowling bombs when they home in on enemies, to the fact that whatever the heck I just learned.
Ventilation I specialize in.
That? Yeah, that's right above. Ah!
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Okay, that line's ripped right from Die Hard. Yeah, I was trying to say before we got down the rabbit hole of Ubisoft and how kind of just I'm a little meh on their games now. Like, it seems, in my opinion at least, like, again, the unspoken thing is always, if you enjoy a game, that is the be-all, end-all of, is it a good game? Did you personally enjoy it? Then as far as you're concerned, good game. But at least my opinion is, I feel like they could really use updates on how they approach the open world design. Like, a lot of other games have pushed... Oh! Slash ban... I'm uninterested! Get bent! You think bots would be smarter than to come into an Ion Fury stream, considering the fact that everything we're dealing with right now is a robot of some measure. Like, it's not going good for any of them. Is it going to go good for you? Yeah. Long story short, I just feel like there's other games and studios that are doing a bit better job of taking open world formulas that Ubisoft did have a big hand in making. Like, I will, as far as the open world being as popular as it is, that is Assassin's Creed's legacy right there. Like, you cannot dispute that Ubisoft had such a huge hand in making the genre as prevalent as it did. That was a grenade right by my face. Like, it's... trying to think of what some other early open world games of that flavor were. Like, the games that were to that genre as Doom is to first-person shooter. But, internet, please. Alright, I'm going to try just one more thing. Because that worked last time, and I'm hoping it works this time. Fingers crossed, but I think I am going to be messing with the router tomorrow. Hopefully not calling my ISP, because God knows it makes it hard to get any help.
Oh, I don't think that's covered under warranty.
Okay, how was it taking me so many shots when I was playing this on my own on the same difficulty to deal with those centipedes when it just vaporizes now? Cannot defeat me with... Well, I don't know what I can't defeat him with alone, but I don't think it matters. Now, you gotta love enemy infighting in these old games, because I definitely heard a couple nukes absolutely eat it. You know, it's been a long while since I got one of those bot messages. Feels good. On some level. God, I love these bowling bombs now. They just delete. 7 secrets. What's... That's the entrance. That's what's over there. There's... What is... There's a thing over there. There has to be something I can tase to pop this back in. Yeah, I know you... Oh, these are fan controls. Duh. One of them's probably unbroken, and I can just turn it on. Or not. Weird. Yeah. Just because it seemed like there was a rocket launcher behind there, and I want that. And also, you can get over there. God, I swear these levels are twice the size. Twice the size of what you need to explore. Alright, you know, on second thought, I get the message. Let's just go. Yeah, this takes a little bit to get used to. I honestly, just because there's like a good couple of months where I was really into this one Doom mod called Hideous Destructor. I want to play it on stream at some point because it's just wild. It's a complete total retrofit of Doom. And here's the thing. Not just Doom. Any game on the
looks like a blue light special.
On the id 2 engine. So Doom 1, Doom 2.
I like the way
it doesn't work because for Heretic or Hexen, because they have so many different changes to how gameplay works in that, but it still loads up with the overlays and everything like it was Doom, because the Heretic and Hexen are made on the Doom engine. But it works with any level, any other mods, any game with that as a base. And first of all, it slows you down to what the
I don't think
devs
this
call
story has a happy ending.
realistic speed, so you're not running around as fast as you are in this. Makes weapons hit a whole lot harder. Oh, Mario 64 randomizer. I love randomizers too. those are such a fun way to... I did the Pokemon randomizer Nuzlocke a while ago with a friend, and I want to do more things with a randomizer, like Legend of Zelda randomizer, Mario randomizers, like just
Consumer models.
being able to mess with the code to such a level, and it'll give you a good challenge no matter what because of what it's doing. That's always been so cool to me. Okay, lay off the shotgun because we are about to not have a choice on whether or not we use the shotgun. Oh my God. The frames are just annoying me on a high level tonight, and I am so sorry about them. Let's definitely check all the
Sorry about the mess.
Ah! Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! That was just a random body and not an enemy. Oh, there. On the other side.
Say my name.
There we go. But yeah, the Hideous Destructor mod, that is, it essentially turns what is a game like this where you're running around, where it's regular run and gun, into a slow-paced tactical shooter. It is kind of hard to learn because there's not much documentation on what all the changes are and how to deal with all the new mechanics. But it's amazing how long a level can... Oh, there's a lot down there. We can just not antagonize them, I guess. Like, a level that's normally... Doom 2 at least has hard times of, on average, it takes this long to get through this level. And seeing a par time of 2 minutes and you took 20 minutes to get through, and you know if you went any faster that you would not have been able to actually survive it, is just so much fun. Oh. Interesting. Well, again, I'm a huge proponent for mods. I'm definitely the guy who cannot remember when he actually last played unmodded Minecraft. Because in my mind, well, why would you? That's a game to mod the absolute hell out of. Same thing with, like, Fallout. Or Elder Scrolls. There's just some games that, on their own, aren't good at all. Oh, hey, there's the ad. Thy flesh consumed. That's the first episode of Doom. Love that so much. Yeah, it's just games that aren't really good. But for what they give you a good enough sandbox on their own that you can mold them into whatever the hell you want. And also it's kind of fun to, you know, mess with the internals of the game and see, ooh, Turtorama. 6 69% off only today. Alright. The Emperor sits on his golden throne. Ah, this game is so dumb and I love it. Skyrim mod has turned into its own game called City of... Oh, I remember that! Forgotten City. I played Forgotten City. That was one of the first games I got when I had my when I first got, like, my PS5. And you can tell, that was a Skyrim mod, through and through. Like, it has a lot of the same UI, the same dialogue trees. Like, the main weapon you have to work with is a bow that handles exactly like Skyrim bow.
I never miss.
Except for all the times you miss, let's not. That is kind of annoying, the alarm going off in the Turnorama. But I highly recommend that game. It's a good, like, hello. It's just a good mystery game, because it leans much more on puzzle elements than actual Skyriming. Yeah, my only problem is I would totally stream it if it wasn't one. I don't actually mind this so much because it's super cool, but there's like a genre of games. Tunic is like this. Forgotten City is like this, where you really can only play through it once, because what you learn in your playthrough and the game's structured very intelligently that you can't really play it the same way twice. Like, it's one of those games that you wish that you were able to... Oh. Ah. That you were able to play through fresh a second time, just because of how much fun it was to put the pieces together. No, that gets me... That doesn't help.
Nice.
Yeah, I highly enjoy that game. And then there's other things, like Skyrim was never meant to have multiplayer. It was designed from the ground up as a single-player experience. But, yeah. But Skyrim Together, a multiplayer mod that handles servers and all that, even though from what I've heard of, like, what I've looked into for how the devs future work, it's a complete nightmare to deal with because, you know, the game was never set up to allow for multiple people in the same world, and making that kind of connection is a pretty big engineering challenge. But they added so much. Like, it adds replayability. I don't think Skyrim would have been released on... Hey, I got two at once! That's ammo efficient. Like, Skyrim wouldn't have been around for so long, getting released from, you know, PS3 to PS4, 5, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch, Amazon Alexa. That was a weird one, but it exists if it wasn't moddable. Quit spamming grenades. I find it very unfair that I'm not the only one here who has a grenade launcher. I think it's popular because it's a sandbox that lets players do weird stuff with. Like, the only other game I can think of that has that same level of popularity is Persona 5. That one was released, had a similar thing. Released on PS3, Xbox, whatever that gen number is, I don't know. Then ported to the PS4, the next generation. Then ported after that, put on Nintendo Switch. 360. Yeah, guess who never had an Xbox growing up? It was Nintendo, and then begrudgingly... Water down here. Enemies here. And then begrudgingly it was, PlayStation. It's kind of stayed that way just because, you know, we liked Uncharted as an exclusive when that actually mattered. And then just kind of kept it because I had PlayStation beforehand. So that's quite ahead. And we're used to the controller. Yeah, the only reason I can think of why Persona has the same longevity as Skyrim is that the story's better. It has interesting ideas, and also, you know, has rabid fans, which never helps the staying power of a franchise in the slightest. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should actually change my redeem from stop drinking to don't forget to drink. Because I now see why people who are more able to hold a conversation for a long time need to be reminded. I have gotten on a topic I have thoughts about. Hello. Get back. Yeah. Alright. Almost a shame that there's... Oh, yellow pass. That the way they've done storytelling is the same for old FPS games. Of you get the blurb in the manual, and then you don't get anything. Because I do like... I have a couple questions of these enemies. They're all cyborgs, so does that mean the head with just spider legs also a cyborg? Like, is that a fully conscious and emergency override? Is that fully conscious? Oh my god. They put a fucking Tetris reference in here? You saw that. They completed the row and it blew up. Tetris is canon to this universe and I hate it. Oh my god. That is the exact level of...
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Of silly Easter egg that you'd expect, so... Can I be mad? Yes, I am going to be mad over this.
Seems like someone's a little behind on the bills.
Oh, right,
Gotcha.
we have to go to the Tetris reference. Oh, it's interesting to think about like what games got popular, what they did right, and then Big bills, hell cards, bad deals, cards that break down, thieves, guaranteed. Like, what has staying power? What I think there, unfortunately, what I've been noticing is that there's a lot more pushes for cannibals. Goodness comes from the heart. I love this. Like, there was a time where you could definitely see, oh, they took a feature from this previous game and built on it. Like, the most recent thing that easily comes to mind is Breath of the Wild. You can tell that they were... Yeah, we're just going. They tried a lot of the mechanics in Skyward Sword. Like a bit more open world, I guess more open area, because there's 3 separate areas.
The old GDF Academy's nearby. Time for a shortcut.
Oh, nope, that does not mark the bombable wall. Like, the sailcloth and the paraglider are the same mechanic, just hands down. Oh, boss fight. And then they tried to experiment with what all they could do with more open world traversal mechanisms.
State-of-the-art bang bang.
Ooh. Boggling to me how Pokemon is still low quality while Nintendo goes above and beyond The Legend of Zelda. Oh, there's a whole thing as to why Legend of Zelda games are high quality, and I think I can go through that door if I find the switch. Where the switch is, who knows. Also, I am... Because Pokemon...
Despite all your rage, you are still just a rat in a cage. I will ensure your demise.
Get that fucking jalopy out of here.
Bluster Pup.
It's about to get puckered rowdy in here.
Oh my... I can't even say anything because she's making worse puns and jokes than I normally do with.
I like the way you die.
But the problem with Pokemon, they don't make their money from the games. They make their money from the anime, from card games, from tournaments, from sales, from toys. They've probably made more money off of selling specifically Tinkaton plushies than they have from Scarlet and Violet. That's at least my theory. Because they're not a game company, unfortunately. Like, the things, like the people behind Zelda or Mario games. They're much more multimedia than that. And first of all, they have to rush games to meet that schedule of we need new errata for new rules and revisions for the card game. We need a new season of the anime. And the games are what drives what that all is. So it's actually interesting because they've been this way since Gen 1. And there's an arc of the anime called... I was looking this up because the next game I want to play is actually Pokemon Yellow. The Orange Island filler arc is because there was a long gap between the first and second generation, and they weren't even sure that they were going to make any beyond that. So they had to put something in. Because normally what they've done ever since is the new game and the plot of that is copied and put out for the anime. Also, it informs what the card game will be and all that. Whereas Legend of Zelda, they had an old cartoon, old show alongside Mario back in like 80s and 90s, which went pretty much nowhere. It's one of those weird-ass this was on TV sort of things, but it was nowhere as near as popular as Pokemon, because Pokemon really benefited from the huge Pokemania thing craze when it first came out. Can I get up? No, there's like nothing back there. Yeah, I know a little bit too much about all this. And yeah, this is the first episode complete. Once I am done looking for secrets and everything else, which I'm fine with. I absolutely love the detail on the Lover Boy here, because it's so absolutely stupid. It's a 6-shot revolver before a reload, but it loads 27 rounds and has 3 barrels. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, like, no other game at Nintendo. Because I was wondering the entire time,
Someone's already here. Guess I'm late for the class reunion.
Why do I have, like, I have such a massive cylinder on this gun, but I only fire 3 times? Why? And the answer is because it's a dumb sci-fi gun that's beautiful and stupid. Oh, you! Yeah, no, Pokemon's the only studio at Nintendo because it's Game Freak and Features Inc., unless they've been merged, that's the actual studio responsible for those games, that has that schedule and need for their production rotation. Everything else, well, the main Nintendo devs can take their time on Mario, because largely their concern is how do we make a good platformer, what are we doing a spin-off, what's next, kind of thing. It's like everything else is focused on what the next game is, because that's where they make their money. And also the problem with the newest generation, they released 2 at once. Arceus was developed alongside, even though they did farm out some work to the other studio. Neither game really got full resources. It was super weird to have such a polished thing in Arceus. And then, because I've been playing Arceus lately, and I've gotten a bit confused of, oh, this game has a draw distance beyond the end of my hand. Oh. Glad you're having fun, because I feel like I am full on rambling about something I know too much. Yeah. And really, I don't know, the problem is I think they expect... Actually, no, I can't really say in good faith that they expected either one to flop. Because they do have a tendency of releasing spin-offs like Pokemon Ranger that has... or Pokemon Coliseum, which has either more focus on story or new mechanic, and then just going back to the same old. Of course, this is also the other problem that Pokemon's having is that they're trying to go to full 3D, and the studio has predominantly been 2D until, like, recent 3DS games. I'm not saying, oh, they have no experience with 3D, so this is to be expected. I'm saying they don't have the time to do a good job. Because with their production schedule, 3D takes a lot of work, and this is something that I've studied back in college a little bit. Because with 3D graphics, you need
I never miss.
the extra dimension adds so much more. Even a game like this, which blends 3D and 2D. 2D sprites and movement for enemies in a 3D plane. You have to do, the math is so much different. Because with a 2D game, you have so much more control of what the frame is, where things will be, and what considerations need to be made for that. But 3D, even drawing a scene like this isn't possible without a graphics card that can do millions of calculations. Oh, service access. What the heck did that unlock? Couldn't find that. Just because in order to have someone stand without falling through the floor, which is already assuming that you've programmed gravity in, you have to do intersection tests, which is essentially every time you redraw the screen. Hey. Still love that. Wait. And then it just switches to the baton. Which is essentially linear algebra, which takes a couple of computations to do. I remember them in vague detail, but I do not want to try to recall them in full.
Talk shit, get shot.
Just taking a couple of vertices and seeing, do these vertices intersect? And doing that at every moment. That's how you do collisions, that's how you don't fall through the floor, and is also used for things like figuring out, do your attacks actually hit? Or at least when I had to do something like that. That's how I did it. Yeah, and this is way more technical. The main point is you're using wildly different math with 3D games. And it takes a lot of skill, talent, and time. Which the only thing that the game crew, given what it is and how popular Pokemon is, the only thing that they wouldn't have had would be time because of their development schedule. And what resulted... Oh god, I just stood there and took that point blank. The result was a poorly optimized game. Just had to get a headshot. Nice. That safe behind me popped open. Hey Ron, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well and better than my internet right now because
I'm sorry, but the doctor is out. You'll have to make an appointment at the institute.
Because it's suffering a bit. We're just talking about just playing a very fun game that's reminiscent of old Doom that I highly recommend. Working my vacuum died. God damn. That is rough. I'll say if you have had to use that vacuum before work, I hope they at least said, we'll get the work order in and get it fixed, just go home for the day, take a full paid day off. And if not, at least that you can, there we go, you can take it easy or have an easier day at work. There's nothing worse than not being able to do your job because something completely out of your control decided, you know, I don't really want to work today. Good luck.
Oh, you throw quite a party.
There They're just talking about also the new Pokemon games and why and what happened that caused them to be a little bit severely underwhelming. Mostly how they had to watch each for a bit and do some other work. Hell yeah. Thanks for popping by a bit while take a break. Really appreciate that. But yeah, the
Talk
problem
shit,
is that
get shot.
I don't quite understand how this gun works, but really don't understand how this gun works. But it's fun. Yeah. I think the biggest part of where you see the struggle.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you get up there. A real struggle that. Oh, that's how I get in here. What I had was optimization, because you can just write the code. However, super damage. Oh, that sounds fun. Also, I appreciate the reference to the Nintendo Power's old slogan. God, I love that magazine. Yeah, normally you can get around, like... I completely lost my train of thought. Right, game optimization. Because if you just write code to get something, anything that works, you can do it. You can do it on time, and it'll be fine. It'll be serviceable, palpable, working code, which sometimes, especially when you're on a crunch, that's kind of all that matters. Right, the red card, that's what I have. But the problem is, if it's unoptimized, it'll be noticeably worse user experience. That's ultimately what you care about, because they are the people who paid for it. And as far as I can tell, the normal process is you write your code and then you optimize it. You get something that fits the problem and solves it. And then you focus on making it do a good job of that. And I think the biggest problem is they did not have time to optimize it. So to get it playable, they had to cut down on graphics, which are always the most intensive part of a project.
I never.
Got a good line of them. Because for a high quality, oh, this is a hole I blew. For a high quality game, and you need to draw millions of polygons multiple times a second in order to have a good looking game that runs smoothly at 60 FPS. We're just going to direct detonation, please. Oh wait, oh god, that's shells, not grenades. There we go. There you go. All over the room. So, if you don't have code that's optimized and able to handle drawing that much, you're forced to reduce how much it draws in the other way possible by not drawing that much. So you get a game that you can't see you can't see beyond arm's length at all, because if you could, it would slow the game to below 24 frames per second, which that is theoretically the slowest a game could run. Because that, I know this from a bit of film, from the film class I took once. that is 24 frames per second is fast enough that the human eye cannot tell the difference between a rapidly flapping series of still photos and a moving picture. It's not great, but...
Everything's blocked. Time to improvise.
But technically, if you have a game running at 24 FPS, it will only give you a headache. Anything below that, and you'll be playing a slideshow essentially. Oh, watch it. This is a great anti-aircraft gun. Oh, yeah. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on video game design. It will happen again. Actually, that is one thing that, because for the new year, I've noticed that I've kind of been trying to, you know, figure out life after graduation now and all that. I haven't really had time to do a whole lot of things dedicated to the more technical side of programming and all that, which is what I went to college for. Right up here. I would like to, at the very least, because wait, you can open these lockers? Well, you can open some lockers, but still.
Looks like I'm getting tanked tonight after all.
That was awful. But I'd like to be able to, like, review... Oh, I love the charged rapid fire on this bow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, I was supposed to just run him over.
Tear down this wall.
I would like to be able to speak a bit more competently on things, which means I definitely need to actually review what these things, like, get a bit more expertise on the graphics, game design, and all that. The most practical way is to, you know, do projects, try to make games myself. I'm not saying they're going to be good or that I'd ever actually consider, like, sir, nope, no headshot. Oh, yes! Ah! Room for... Len, thank you so much for raiding. I give you the full body of shoutouts, and thank you, Helix, for following. And yes, there is room in the oven. Ooh, you're playing Rise. How is that? I stole the flag. Honorbound Hassar, thank you so much for following. Thank you, a full shout out for the Twitch one too, because that is just better. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. I am Eldritch Horror Bread. I'm an Eldritch Horror that is possessing a bread roll because, you know what? Bodies are hard to make, and this is easy and tasty. So this is what we're going with. Went back to the game after a while. Ah, nice. I think the last time I played Monster Hunter was World or Generation Ultimate a year or more ago. Yeah, welcome in. I normally play retro games, and tonight we're playing Ion Fury, a new game in the style of old Doom games, and are also just kind of talking about game design and stuff. Yeah, here's the thing. If you think my backlog of games that I haven't played is bad, which is already at like 40, the backlog of games I want to buy is even worse.
Someone's gonna pay for this massacre.
because
Worthless consumer models.
I had wanted this game for a while, and it took someone getting it for me for Christmas, and I have been playing this for pretty much all day and decided, you know what, I want to play more of this, so that's what we're doing. Out of ammo. Yeah, no, that was on the list, because, like, I enjoyed World a lot. That was my first game. Oh, right, they're sentry guns. That was so much fun. And then I liked it so much. Yeah, World is just... I've only seen a bit, and it seems like they've taken a lot of inspiration from World. Oh yeah, and Rise does a good spin on it. That's what games that iterate on the concepts of previous ones. Because from what I've heard, World did so much of... we don't want to go there. Like, so much quality of life improvements. And then I played Generation Ultimate and realized, oh yeah, no. They did a lot of quality of life improvements. Like, you have to restart a hunt if you forget to empty out your inventory because it doesn't automatically deposit materials. Shit like that. Which... That was just kind of a no-brainer. Oh no, you make things easy for the player. But yeah, there's a weird charm to the jank of old games. I can see what they did this and why, and what they were trying to do. Oh, that's what was open. I was wondering. Yeah, paintballs. How do I use my... I have to check the controls for this. Full setup, keyboard, backwards and rest fire up all the time. Well, they just took this from... Oh, enter. From Doom. Oh, super damage. That second copy. Okay. Ah. Okay, I have grenades.
Nice.
Yeah. I suppose the idea was that they choose older... you're more a veteran of the series than I am then. No, they added so much and it was almost all for the better. Actually, no. I think it was for the better. And I should. That is the game that I love how the fights were done and how the gameplay is. And the dual blades just scratch an itch. Oh yeah, right, because old games used to be... The whole reason there's zone numbers is because they... Clusterfuck. Because they were each their own discrete zone, because, you know, old systems could not load that big of a map on at once. Oh! All of these open? Oh. There's so much loot. Yeah, that's a weird thing, that the old things like that, because Resi door animation, I do know that was designed because that's how they hid level load transitions. You would be in a discrete room, and then we're using bombs.
Oh my god, the quarterback is toast.
Because these are pretty fun. And are good at clearing large amounts of things out. But yeah, like Resident Evil, that was used because they couldn't really... Oh god, why do you throw underhand? That was a grenade, but you know what? We're rolling with it. Like, they put that door loading animation there to hide the time it would take to go to the disk, grab the data for the new room, bring it back, and swap it out for the data that was already on the disk. And then it just became kind of classic so that you get it referencing games like Luigi's Mansion, of all things. Key focus in Rise is both aesthetic and weapon play, which completely outdoes World in both aspects. Yeah, that is good. Oh, that. I can just be on the other side of that without anything. But that is like the core reason of, or the core feel of Monster Hunter. How elaborate are you gonna make this fight? Get down here! If it doesn't, Monster Hunter doesn't play well. Like, what's the point? And I should just put that on the list of games to get.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
I absolutely love it. How did you not notice how did these two not notice anything that happened in this room in the past 5 minutes? To remember some games are so quick to load. Remember a few things like Mass Effect used its elevators to hide load times, and depending on how well your system was doing, the elevator rides in the Citadel would either take a couple seconds or way too long. Nope, that was... I wanted the grenades because there is a lot. Oh no! All the way back at the start! Because I don't save at all during these levels.
Oh, someone's gonna pay for this massacre.
Ah. Yeah, PS3 wasn't much better. That getting up to the hospital from the entry, that might take a minute. Probably take longer. But yeah, and then, oh god, Skyrim. I swear, if you didn't pull the plug and just hope that the game was kinder the next boot up, you would still be loading Skyrim. That took forever. Of course, early Fallout and Bethesda games in general were lousy at that. Like,
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
guy levels she shouts. And I always remember the end of Fallout games because
Oh yeah.
those final battles were so big, grand, and over the top that it would crash my PS3 several times. It became less of a question of, can I beat these enemies? More of a question of...
Oh my god, the quarterback is toast.
I have to remember that it's grenades under that, not shot shells. Yeah, it would crash my systems like 3 times, and it's more a question of, can I get through this to the next save checkpoint? Or, oh no, not can I win before it crashes. That was a definite no. It was how far I could get and how far along I could advance the next save before that happened. There. Oh, I should have... I'm going to come back for that. Wow, I'm full up on grenade rounds. Yeah, that's just something you had to do with the old jank games. And then they mercifully realize, hey, we can make these stable. This guy just got liquefied. Oh, direct detonation, you are my friend.
I've got a present for you.
Direct detonation is also my enemy. Good to know. Come on. Ah.
Dodge this.
Come on. Well. Need to get back into some more retro games. I have a lot of technical difficulties when I try to play or stream them. Yeah, that's my best guess as to what's going on there is there's a lot of weird technical challenge with either getting an old system to play on newer hardware. I've been lucky that my weird setup when I play like my N64 on stream, that it seems to work pretty well to have the original what's it? Not aux. What's a cable arrangement? The tri-color cables, whatever the heck you call them. Those go into an adapter that converts it to HDMI, and that goes into my capture card, which goes into the stream. Yeah. That's the other problem. You kind of just have to figure it out. Gotta figure out what settings work, and I know when I was messing with my Raspberry Pi that I have the red, white, and yellow wires. There we go. Got to work before. True. Wait, I just have this AV cables. That's what they're called. My God. True, that is the other thing. If it's not working, if it's
You just
Classic.
signed your own death warrant, asshole.
Yeah, it could be a problem with the system you're playing it off of. It could be a problem with the ROM if you're going emulated. Or, although that might be easy to test if it's a good ROM or not. But the other problem is depending on what you're trying
Work
to
with
emulate.
consumer models.
It could be the settings. Nintendo 64 is absolutely awful when it tries to emulate. There's something about the old hardware that... Oh, another guy up there. Oh, and one down here. Like, there's something about the old hardware that this game's relied on it so much that it's hard to
Imagine the
replicate.
future, 'cause you're not.
Oh no! No, I forgot! Strolling down to the next weapon with the bowling bombs is grenades on the shotgun. Nope, I completely forgot to save because things were going so well. Why would I?
Oh, someone's gonna pay
Ah.
for this massacre.
Don't worry, the more we do this, the more committed to muscle memory, and the less I care about ammo conservation we get. Come on, get closer, I want to hurt you. Thank you for obliging. have this level memorized. I think I do already. Oh, why did I use one of my stored med packs? Get the armor. To head out. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much for... Wait, that sounded bad. I mean, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And have a good time with whatever it is you're heading out to do. Alright. I think that's about all that's out here. I'm going to just pop this and go ham.
Recruiting machine.
No, why conserve? Oh, it is so nice. So nice to see him explode giblets. Okay, and now I know to pop a save before I go... Wow. Before I go into the conference room. That room. There. That one. And probably walk in there with a charged up bowling bomb. Where are you hiding?
Oh my god, the quarterback is toast.
This would be a whole lot easier if I wasn't blowing myself up all the time. I'll use this thing. Is this just all, like, gear and stuff? Yeah. Oh. Okay, I understand how that map works now. Clusterfuck. I feel like one issue that you always get with these games is complacency. Like, you always use these handful of weapons and never really think about what anything else is. I've been trying to spice things up. Because I've learned that they rarely put something that's completely useless in the game. It's just some things require a little bit more familiarity. And how did you get down there? Like a little bit more familiarity and experimentation to figure out. Like something that might appear to be completely unviable for whatever reason probably works fine in a situation that it doesn't seem applied for. Yeah, common in many games, since you want to stick with stuff you like and is fun to play with. Like if you like how I normally favor the shotgun because I like its ability to deal with almost any problem with one save. New game. There. With just about any problem with one pulling the trigger and occasionally solve two with one, but like the crossbow.
I like the way you die.
Is pinpoint accurate, so it works as like some sort of a sniper rifle. High damage, done like my melee, and I can charge it for stupid results. But it's slower to attack them anything else, and
You
if
just signed your own
don't get a
death warrant,
headshot,
Haskell.
then it kind of... Ooh, BPM. I love that game. I have not really done much of a successful run, but it's so much fun. Yeah, and only use a revolver, which is good because most times I can't really get more than the basic pistol or... Oh, am I not going to actually need this at all? Anything more than the basic pistol or a cheap gun. Getting better, but roguelikes have always kind of been... Always kind of been a problem.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh yes, the one saving grace of any. Get up there. There's stuff. Like that is, as far as I'm concerned, the metric for how to can actually clear the firing range. Oh, I love it. For how good a roguelike is. How dumb is the power level you're dealing with at the end of it? Because I absolutely love a game like that. That at the end of it, you're dealing with, you know, unlimited ammo minigun, which means no reloading in a game that heavily emphasizes being able to keep a beat while reloading. With explosive ammo, like, that's just a powerful combination.
Imagine the future.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not in it.
I just struggle a bit with early game. A little bit with the rhythm stuff, but the more I play, the better I get at it, because, you know, that's how it goes. Literally beat the boss in less than 60 seconds. Hell yeah. Grab more ammo. Yeah, I'm not bad at it. I'm not the type of person who, like, is excellent at rhythm games and plays a lot of them. But I am able to do some dumb things every now and then, like, you know, play, what's the Crypt of the Necrodancer, that's the one I'm thinking of. Play that one with the volume all the way down and listening to my own songs because I've memorized the beat to it. It's just a matter of being able to play it for a long time. Oh. They're behind me. I'm going to pop it. Pop a second portable kit. This is good use for... This is really good use for all my Lover Boy ammo.
Dance, fucker, dance.
Two targets left. Dang it! Or where pre-fired to spin the minigun up before each room. But I had to go in backwards when I got explosive shots and it would blow me back. Okay, I just imagine you charging... Oh, can't get into this one. charging confidently, beautifully into the room, backwards, riding a fireball. And god damn, I love that game even more with the thought of that. Okay, here's, I think what we'll do, just a little experiment I want to try. First we clear the range. That counted as a target down. And then we'll go through the shooting range.
Dodge this.
Just mowed him down when he turned around. Yeah, but still, you know how to make an entrance, my friend. Oh, that's a grenade.
Imagine the future, because you're not in it.
And a problem solved. Ah! I don't think I can... Ah, shoot. That throws me because I have, like, no ability to fire
Worthless consumer
vertical.
models.
Oh! Chance! Welcome in. Let me grab a dice and see which stereotypical VTuber noise I'm going to make, and also see what they are, because I completely forgot. Alright, that's a 2, so that's, so you get Chance and... Ara. I completely forgot about that routine. How are you doing, Chance? Hope you're doing well. Playing Ion Period. A new game that is very much in the style of Doom and having so much fun with it. Ah!
Dance, fucker, dance.
Oh, thanks. Hope you're, how did that even work? Hope your day was well. And also, I hope that your brain is less fried than mine, because that is definitely something I am struggling forward with today.
Mr. Roboto.
Just got up an hour ago. You know, I might want to try that. That might do me a bit of good, sleeping in to a large degree. Alright, now I'm going to go backwards through this thing and actually run it for the targets, because I think we get a thing. Yeah, well, good. Hope you're able to relax. Okay. At 11 a.m. That'll do it. I mean, jury's out on whether that's a better habit than my recent habit of not going to bed until like 1 for several nights in a row. Should also there we go. Check Chance out. Really cool, and has been playing once I actually get the real shout out Genshin lately. Right, you were trying to pull for someone and didn't go too well. Also, a couple other fun games. Yeah, no problem. I've been forgetting, but when this shout out clears, I have someone else to shout out because they were in earlier and I completely forgot. I got into the bad habit of just forgetting to shout people out because I was playing Dead. Oh, you.
I never miss.
Of playing Dead Space, and that plays hell with my desktop because it's in such a low resolution. Where's the last? Where's this one? Two. Where's the last one? There we go. I hope this is right. Oh, no, the shadow is still up. So I'm just going to leave it there and come back to that. Speaking of coming back to it, where'd this last target go? Now you're in here. Oh. 4 minutes, 17 seconds. I have a feeling that's not going to... And here I thought that entire exercise was to get in here.
Oh my god, the quarterback is toast.
Okay, soldier, run again. You will... much like the old high school run-a-mile days, I'll be damned if I get anything above barely passing. Alright, let's try it. There we go! That was really cool and fun. Go follow her too. Okay, I think that's just bragging rights, which... You know, everyone's dead, so I don't think we have to engage with that. Main core. But, you!
Dance, fucker, dance!
There we go. Yeah. If only you could. But did that's actually save over 8? Yes. I don't know. That might be a save, that might not be, but we might have an auto save, so that's going good for us. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I think like one of my biggest motivators for growing my channel bigger is just the thought of, if I grow bigger, then I'll be able to help support friends with better raids and more people seeing shoutouts. Which is certainly a reason, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm still... Yeah, that looks dangerous. Oh, door control's open. Duh. Honestly, I'm oddly happy with the size I have. Like, if I get larger, then... Or... I think it should definitely still improve, or... Okay, I want to shoot this, but I know I shouldn't.
Nice.
People ask all the time why I lurk while I stream. Because you just gotta support people. That's... Like, the amount of people who... Their lurks and showing up and raid supporting me. I feel like if you don't pay that forward, you might not have quite the right idea of what's going on. Yep. Okay, that's the door I normally be. Yeah, let me pull up my internet and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I have 6 Twitch tabs running in the background while I lurk too. I used to have to turn them off. Hey, the trap elevator. I used to have to like shut down my web browser because I use Chrome because I'm an idiot, and that would use so much. Whoa. Ishikawa Mobile Armor Division. Can I get in the robot? I want to get in the robot. He's so cool. There's some stuff here. Yeah, because when I used to stream just like on my laptop, that did not have the RAM to handle so many things going on at once. I'm not running a super intense game, don't really have an issue. True. True, that is... It's a lot easier if the game is a bit lighter. Although I remember the laptop I had, it would complain a little bit if I was playing like an old GameCube game, streaming with that. Like, it did not have... It was a bit light on RAM. Dude, probably streaming with a laptop, didn't want to tempt it. Yeah, man. That's some 6 secrets. That's better than last time, I think. I remember when I started streaming, it was... My setup was super scuffed. Because I had a laptop that was not really even meant for gaming.
Come on.
My microphone was... Oh then.
Damn it. Gotta find another way out.
Happen. Yeah, my microphone was a Jabra conference room mic. Like, it was, if you listen to any old VODs or clips, especially any with the PNG tuber, when I used that, you can hear how much of a difference my mic quality is from just using that mic that's meant to poorly capture the sounds of a room of people, compared to something that's meant, like what I'm using now, that's meant to only capture one person speaking. Yeah. And then, here's the other fun thing. The Ethernet port I had physically broke. There used to be a little thing that kept the cord in there. And that broke off when I was repairing it for something else. And my fan was broken. So my fan would run hard enough that it literally pulled the Ethernet cord out of its jack from vibrations. And that caused me to have a bunch of early streams that would cut out in the middle and have to be shared across 2 VODs because I lost internet. Yeah, it was scuffed as hell, and the only reason I'm still here is because it was fun, because it sure as hell wasn't polished. Interesting. Yeah. And also, yeah, that is a huge barrier to streaming if you don't have the internet. Because right now, mine, I think, is sitting around 2 or 3. Yeah, scuff happens to everyone at some point. It really does, and even when you are able to bring it to a level of polish or better equipment, it's, I think, a pretty valuable lesson to learn how to deal with that kind of scuff you had early on. Like, it teaches you that if the bottom completely falls out, that's okay. Partially because, you know, it's not the worst catastrophe that you've ever had to deal with on stream. And also kind of had to deal with it. Where am I going? It's in here. I'm through there. Is the door open? No. door also doesn't open. Music's nice. And you know what? End of the day, it teaches you that you do absolutely have to have fun with and enjoy what you're streaming with, because if you're focused on other things, it's just not gonna work out. Okay, did this open something else? Like, is this that door open? Okay, I am confused. The only thing I have that's obvious is this. Which is already open. Is that going to tell me absolutely anything about what's going on? Maybe closing that causes something else? Yeah, I get that feeling. Like, I technically have a 1.5 year experience of streaming because I started, June, like 1 June, not last June, the June before, but like I've only been able to really focus on it and give a consistent streaming schedule like from this past June or July. And honestly, the amount of personal improvement that I've been able to get from it oh, I think it opened this stuff. Hey, Botanical, how are you doing? We are playing Iron Yuri, not Maiden. I finally remembered that. Which is an old, well, not old. It's a new Doom-like game, and I am currently completely lost. That's good to hear. Going for 7 months myself, and relatively consistent. Yeah, that's nice. I just wasn't able to have the time because I started in college senior year, which meant I barely had time for anything. Definitely not mental health. Yeah, and you just like, it's all experience, and beforehand. What did that do? Yeah, that's the elevator it came out from. It's good experience for talking, thinking on your feet. Oh! That opened this.
Nice.
Just dick stash. Yeah, it kind of was. It wasn't great, but you know what? I ended up okay through it all. And I just wasn't able to. Okay, it has to be like something through here. Oh, there's another. Oh, I'm an idiot. It worked out fine, and it was fun, and you know, I regard streaming as one of the best things that one of the best decisions I made. Like, met a ton of friends, great people, and learned so many new skills and got confidence. The reason that I make time because I'm doing my master's program is because streaming is a major stress relief. Same, the whole reason I started streaming, like, I had bad anxiety of like, oh, I'm not working on homework, I'm not working on anything practical, I'm just sitting here playing video games, this is a complete waste of time. And then between a friend encouraging me to try, saying, no, I think you'd be good at streaming, give it a shot, because he was also streaming. I decided to start as a way to force myself to take a break. And, like, it worked. Being able to set off time just for myself playing at the time it was just Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Like, I didn't have anxiety over that, because I'm like, nope, I promise people by the view count afterwards show up, even though it was like, it was definitely the streaming, getting used to streaming to nobody was one of the first things I got used to. How did you, I don't know how you got in Fire, but again, I'm very glad you are. Saying, yeah, through the military is somewhat rough since, ooh. Yeah, I can imagine, well, I can only imagine what that'd be like for, yeah, for you, and I'm glad that you've been able to find and use streaming as like an outlet and a way to,
Sorry about the mess.
to relax. Yeah. Yeah, because that is, like I said, first thing I learned how to love it when you had 0 viewers. Because I enjoy it so much now because I'm like, okay, who's going to show up and what are we going to talk about? Because it's a whole lot of fun to just rant and have conversations with people. But even if not, I'm streaming stuff that I'm having fun with, and oh shit, I probably wanted to go in there because that's the path with most resistance. And even though it can get a little bit hard at times because I tend to struggle with speaking and keeping things flowing, which is something I do hope to work on next year. It's constant improvement, and that's the next thing I've chosen to focus on. Yeah, and like, you never know when a conversation will go either. Like, I started a while ago just talking about how this game has good movement. Next thing I know, I am discussing the structural issues with Game Freak as a company. Yeah. And sometimes you just end up talking on other people's stream that you met from streaming yourself, and just walk out of like, I learned more about the world and things and came out more educated than when I came in. And it's just amazing.
Dodge this.
Also, just one of the things that I'm really frustrated with how awful, like, the platforms that streamers use have been. Like, oh, they were just getting coffee and I killed them all. I feel kind of bad. Not enough to do anything about it, but I will admit my mistake. Yeah, it's just so incredible, the amount of talent and passion and expertise on display. It's like, I honestly feel that from the people I know, I could throw out an arbitrary question, if not in, like, on Twitter in general, someone specific, and could get an answer on just about anything. From someone with 10K Cal McMonster for the true American. God, I love the stupid parody propaganda in here. Yeah. Like, the frustrating thing is that the social media that people use to promote and meet other people, plus the streaming sites themselves, like YouTube, are working so against them when they're some of the most incredible people you meet. You know, like, some people, like, there are people who make oh, that's just the elevator up to here, who you can honestly say are toxic, and there's parts of the VTuber community that you have to watch out for, but I can't say I've really run into it. That's janky autosave. yeah, meeting new streamers through games just by chance. Like, the weird web, it's wild to me because on many levels, I still consider myself an idiot who is a tiny streamer and is not even big enough to say a small streamer. And then I sometimes notice through, like, Twitter or people showing up, like, wait, these are a bunch of people who, this is someone I rated recently, or interacted with on Twitter, and this is someone who was from a completely different circle. Might helping people grow. That's, you still love to see people succeed. Multiple people start watching and they have like 2-3 viewers now, 50 plus. Yeah, that is so... got distracted. Oh, thank God it auto-saved here. Yeah, it is so nice to see, like, oh, I remember when we were just talking when this person was, like, just starting out and just figuring things out, and now they've just hit affiliate, and it's just it's so nice to see other people succeed. Hey, grenades. On direct detonation. Problem I always have with grenades, their path is too wonky that I can't really get a good beat on where they're going to go and how they're going to bounce. That is my fault. I will admit to it. It was a dumb idea to fire a grenade right next to an exploding barrel. Let's just, after we get out of here... It felt like me only a week ago. Never expected to hit affiliate anywhere within a year. It's so amazing people communities. I was so fucking surprised when I hit affiliate. Because I let myself get, like, way too distracted by the numbers. No. Like, I checked, how many average viewers did I have every stream? Oh, I'm getting close. If I can pull this many more numbers, this many more people, and I can get in this. Yeah, same. I thought it'd be like years to get anywhere close. And then I got it within like a couple months of actually streaming. It's so wild. Yeah, I psyched myself out, and also tried too hard. Like, I remember the last couple schedule, it was right around when Splatoon 2 came out, and I tried to fit it with, like, popular games, Cult of the Lamb and Splatoon 3, and tried to ride all of that while forgetting that at that point I had really only done retro. And I only really got it because I took a week off for mental health because I realized just how awful it was. I think I can get that. Nope. I cannot. I'm not even gonna try. It was just such a drain on my mental health. And then I came back and I'm like, screw it. I am playing Super Mario Bros. 3, one of my favorite games of all time, for the sheer fact that I really enjoy this game, and that is the only reason. And I'm actually really happy of the fact that, like, it seems to fit. One of my favorite games, period, was the one that got me to affiliate. It, like, that is just, in no uncertain terms, everything said, no, just have fun. That's how you do this. like looking at analytics, just strange that, but never really cared too much numbers that much. Knew it was close, but never assumed you're going to get it anytime soon. Yeah, I remember because I remember checking the day after because like chat was really active.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I really need to check this for my own curiosity, or I'm never going to be able to focus. And then I remember seeing the like around 10. Oh, that's enough. And being stunned the entire day because, like Chance said, I assumed it would take years to get anywhere like this. History is a love of mine, and much of the people I've come to know mostly been from playing historical games or horror. Yeah, that is... I know a lot of people who, even if I didn't really think at first that they'd be interested, come by because they just were stoked, like, oh, you're playing this game, I remember it so much, or because I know way too much about these things. I think it's essentially just a hyperfix. Video games in general are a hyperfixation of mine. That being able to share a lot of the knowledge I have with games. I'm like, oh yeah, this whole thing is this whole thing is reference or mechanic because of this game, and it evolves this way through the series and all that nonsense. Yeah, my year-end goals were... My goals for streaming in general were met within... They were set so low. It was like, oh, get a piece of fan art, get someone talking, get to 50 viewers, or not even viewers, 50 followers. I'm like, oh, I set these so low. Where am I going? There, no. There am I going. And then here I am with like 150 on Twitch and 200 on Twitter, and I'm thinking, how? Why? Huh? No parking anytime. How? Oh, same. Oh, shoot, that was a grenade, but that was effective, so I can't really complain. People watch, however, I find baffling because I feel boring. I feel the exact same way of, I am just here saying, oh, I have to blow that up. Ah! I'm just saying words. Okay, let's try that again. And it's mostly just, like, nonsense or glorified stream of consciousness, but, like, people show up. And I guess the thing is that everyone's their own worst critic from what I've found. I've gone extreme on the support end, follow like 3,500 people on Twitter, and literally have a schedule to check out so many streams, video, content a week. Oh, that is nice. I try to keep, like, who I follow low on Twitter because I want to kind of be able to know and keep track of everyone who I've met through this. And if I get too many people, I worry that it'll get to a point that I can't keep track of it and, like, leave people behind somewhat. I've just not talked to them for a long time, and just don't want that to happen. But also, you know, I have...
The Putin machine.
I have like the massive following list on Twitch of some people who I'm like, wait, who was this? Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, that just blew away everything. Well, why is 100% notification on, and most of them check off and anyways have them all recorded separately. Yeah. Yeah, the biggest problem I have is with Discords, because sometimes I just do not have the energy to deal with notification spam. Ah! But it's always nice to see the list get bigger. Like just being able to say, "Hey, new friends."
Up on aisle your ass.
You don't have a choice in this, by the way. We're friends now. That is always a nice feeling. People I've learned at the end of the day are just kind of interesting.
Imagine
Everyone has their own
'cause you're
experience,
not
knowledge, and perspective. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, the anxiety of joining a Discord call and process, and also, like, sometimes when you get so tired that it's hard to, like, after a certain point, I find I just get too tired to join in. Yeah. Don't mind. It's just... And of course, I also feel awful when I'm like, oh yeah, this person's really cool, I'll join their Discord. And just never, not super active in it. Yeah. It's like most of the people's Discords I'm in. Every time I try to cull the list, I keep thinking no, but... This is getting hard. I think I just need to do better and conserve health and armor.
swallow this.
Yeah, the cartoon nights. I've seen those, and the amount of times I have hovered over the join channel button, but just think, no, it's Friday. I might get pulled away for something else, and I'm also tired. Yeah.
The Putin machine.
Just such a long list of things. It's too many things to do and so little energy. You gotta love it. Also, good luck in Destiny, Botanical. I hope you get good loot
Worthless
drops.
consumer arms.
And that reminds me of Destiny as being a game that I started, got into, and then just kind of petered out on. Sarkara! Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. True loot is always good if you play long enough. Shout out. Oh, shoot, hit the slash. Full shout out. Brain power being reserved fully to shouting out the ham. Go. Oh, Valkyrie Elysium, right. That was the second game that you're playing today. The Fury is ionic and going really good, except for the fact that we keep dying here because I run out of health and am walking straight into things. Yeah, also I know that I can't just come and vibe and watch cartoons, but you know, the problem is Problem is, tell that to the low social energy, they'll find any excuse to hermit. Something I should just get better at, but I guess it's never as simple as just get better at the thing. I just saw. Is Sonic? No, it was Sonic Boom is the one that I'm thinking. The Sonic cartoon that I'm thinking of that is way funnier than it has any right to be. Phineas and... Oh, I thought these things were duffel bags. They're dead enemies. Oops. Just watching a couple clips, I'm like, wow. I can see why people are fans of Sonic, because, well, a lot of it is the frustrating sort of... I should just shoot that. Wait, am I even sure that I have to shoot this? I know there's been a lot of difficulty in getting a good Sonic game, but the quality of that cartoon alone does some... Sonic Prime does some good love for the characters. Story's about all over the place. And a horrible cliffhanger. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love when... How do I get through here? Can't crawl under for obvious reasons. I think that's a shortcut back, but I don't know what I'd be shortcutting to. Well, if they retold it... Honestly, I'd be down for that. Oh, is that chunk of highway? Can I jump to something? Anything? Please? You know, I wouldn't be opposed to a couple of those sorts of adaptations. They're sometimes a bit tenuous if they're... There's more enemies here, so am I... Did I just miss some, or am I back out doing things here? Oh, this shifted. Did it? No. Weird. And just... I'll admit to not being much of a Sonic fan, mostly because I grew up with Nintendo, so I'd have to get a new system to play any of the early Sonics, but that is I'll take anyone saying I really want this in a game form as an indicator of quality. Yeah, I've heard when the new Sonic game released, between how happy some fans were that it was decent, and then how people who weren't. Okay, so there's a... Wait! I have to hit it. Yeah, there's not really any winning. There's just disappointed now, disappointed later. Oh, God! I am a little bit angry about how long it took me to figure that one out. What title you get in Destiny Botanical? Because I have a feeling that Mayo Gremlin is not on the list of titles. Star Baker. How do you earn that one? At least the music is good in this.
Excuse me, miss. Have you seen an enormous security droid anywhere? I seem to have misplaced it.
After I'm done with it, you can claim what's left.
Hate contest. I would readily believe that there's a cake contest in Destiny.
What the?
By baking cookies
You
made
see
from
my
remains
potential, but I'm not.
from enemies you've killed and feeding them to people. I should really get into Destiny. It sounds like the new season might be a little whack. Oh!
I'm gonna kick your shiny metal ass.
Oh, you heard her. Fight its shiny metal ass. Good luck. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had a good night. Okay, well, I appreciate that nobody is letting this opportunity go to waste. I do not appreciate having to deal with something called war mech and enemies. Alright. Let's overcharge this. Holy! We have a strategy, and that iron bow does a lot of damage. Bloody expensive, plus you won't be able to get Star Baker after January 3 because it's for Christmas. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that's the one. That's what kind of turned me off of Destiny. It lived for the nickel and diming of you. You had to pay for all the content expansions, which, if I remember right, weren't really that
Might be done for, but I'm not.
weren't really that big to begin with. Then the season pass, and a whole bunch of other things. And of course, I never really got used to the idea of the season pass being, no, you buy it for these couple of weeks of events, and then you have to buy it again after. Just love the game. Yeah, you love it, but the basic gameplay loop is fun enough that you love it and hate it. I want to try to get... Ooh, I should use some of these. That's funny, they circle underneath the enemies. I suppose the answer is that there's better games out there of that type for FPS, but it has multiplayer, it has fun, dumb, shoot things in the face. It's fine. Alright, pop this, charge that up.
Kick your shiny metal ass.
You know, just go to town with our bow.
Because you're not it. You're gonna have to do better than that, you bald-headed bitch. I'm coming for you, Heskel.
Oh god. Well, we just beat what's his face from RoboCop 2, Kane. So it has incredibly complex stuff that just
Nice.
it's for I guess Destiny is for people who want to grind like an MMO but play a shooter. Sometimes futuristic takes on old classics can be rather effective, especially when it has an option to hold down and fire everything in your magazine at it. Oh yeah, Chance, the entire game is full of cheesy 90s action movie level dialogue. And the better part is, I don't think it popped up, but I got an achievement. Let me see what it was. Firepower matters is what's called weapons. The future of law enforcement, which makes the full context future of law enforcement, and you ain't it. This just takes everything that was over the top and ridiculously fun of like 90s action movies and embodies it. Kills. Hey, 416 out of 434. 3 out of 25 secrets. That only took an hour to complete.
Now, where's the party?
First things first. Save. I mean, we're using this thing. You know, it's amazing how far tech has come with games like this. Before, some games used to be on 3 discs, and some games have 4 games on 1 disc. God, that is true.
Assembly required.
Like, original Final Fantasy VII, that was 4 discs. I know from, yeah, this town is falling apart. When I went to emulate it, because I'm like, I don't even know where I can get this, and I don't want, the bigger thing is I don't even know if I'll play this long enough to justify purchasing it. The whole thing's like 1 gigabyte? Or like, no, it's 2 gigabytes for the whole thing. You needed like 3 discs. True, it's on Switch now. I got this set up before before the Switch came out, I think. The old demo discs, too. Ooh.
I like the way you die.
Yeah, because Doom used to be a shareware floppy, where you'd get episode 1. You could, like, send it in and pay the cost of shipping or something. And then if you wanted more, you had to pay for it.
To my humble abode.
What you should be humbled over is what you're compensating for with this building.
But yeah, on my computer right now, I think I have like 4? Weird. Nah, 12 terabytes of data, which is over 1,000, is over 12,000 times the amount of data that the original Final Fantasy needed 3 discs for. Sponge does Bob? Might be a hot take, but the last grade, there's only a couple episodes that are good after the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Hey, tacos! But the classics are amazing. And the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, peak cinema. Yeah, part of the problem is they... a lot of people. That's all. There's not a lot of ammo.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
That dumb line. Yeah, and it didn't help that after the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, they changed a lot of staff. Like, original creator... Willy Wanker's shirt. God, the stupid advertising in this game is incredible. Yeah, they changed, like, the entire production staff, and it just had a hard time staying to the same level of quality as before. Yeah, the movie was supposed to be a send-off. Like, you can... Like, not to get too analytical on the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but it did seem to wrap up the series, really closed a bunch of character arcs. SpongeBob became manager, Mr. Krabs found a way to get more money,
Machine.
Squidward probably was fine. I never knew that Ocean Man was the inspiration for the series. Like, it makes a whole lot of sense. Given deleted. Like, given the lyrics. Yeah. Well, I think to the credit of them trying to... The idea being to end the series there. For a lot of people, that was the last thing they can really remember, at least liking of it. So they did manage to. Yeah. There's something beautiful of being able to line something up like that. Can't remember any other examples, unfortunately, but there's a few things that that when the series or idea started, it was in reference or homage to something existing, and then it became big enough to be mentioned in the same breath as the original. I know what I'm thinking of. Toby Fox, his, like, Megalovania was inspired by Megalomania from Live Alive, or Live Alive, however you pronounce it. And then in, like, an anniversary concert when they released the remake for the original game, the orchestra transitioned into, like, there's a matchup that exists of the Live Alive Megalomania final boss theme transitioning into Megalovania. Yeah, and the music in this game is also great. I love the techno in this section. Yeah, we can use this for a bit. Yeah, and then Sans gets into Smash, which is doing pretty good considering this. That Undertale started as like a. Oh, those are EMTs. As just a tiny little personal project. And Megalovania was just some random riffs that he made on a keyboard and turned into, whether you like it or not, one of the most highly recognizable songs. Ooh. Oh. Here they come. No, whose bright idea is to include parkour and fast-paced FPS because I want to kill him. You can probably blame...
Dance, fucker, dance!
You can either blame one of the devs of that game, or the long-standing idea that, hey, it would be cool if... No spine? No problem. It'd be cool if we made this faster paced. And also, unfortunately, that if you do want to... must be something else in here. Unless that was just an ammo room for an ambush. Fortunately, if you do want to take it up with them personally, you will need to grab the firearm of your choice and make it up through their parkour obstacle course. Okay, that's the only way I can go, so this has... I had a feeling. I know I've been missing secrets with that, but there are bombable ski... Oh! That's a cheat code, I have a feeling. Ski or death. Because there is an option to put in, like, old-style cheat codes. Let me write that down. Yeah, just touching a little grass. As you do, as you need to. Just destructible are always fun, whether it's different shading or cracks. Yeah, that one was particularly well. I really like that one because. Ah! Dang it! But like on one hand, I get through here now. Like, do I have to go all the way back under? Nope. On one hand, it looked like something weird with the projector screen, but then it's like, wait, I bet I can blow this up. You Jadis Haskell 900-666 evil. Self-aware for how dumb it is. I'm basing this off of this as being the only real way I have, that this is the way I should go. Of course, knowing me, I probably just found a massive secret and... Oh, there's a pole over there. No tasers. That's not going to stop me because I can't read. Oh.
Nice.
Okay. So I was right. That is aggressively not the way I was supposed to go. But it was nice to... Oh, also Keen, as in Commander Keen, one of id Software's original games, alongside Doom and Wolfenstein. Nice. Okay, so that's blocked off there. Oh! I am actually stupid. I did not see the incredibly obvious yellow key card there the entire time. God damn it.
Consumer models.
Well, I guess I can use a portable med kit. Alright, so I checked that and did nothing. Oh, just an ID10T problem and red wear air between the chair and the CPU. And more gunfire.
Yeah.
Oh. How long is... I swear I got something from inside of there. Okay, now where do I actually use this thing? Nope. Those don't work. Oh, here. shotgunners. I guess it's just because I'm firing 2 guns at once. They're just plain highly effective. Oh, I'm not even sorry about that. You'd think you wouldn't need tactical gear in the bathroom, but... Stumped. Let us lend a hand. Put your... Oh god, the advertising puns. A marketing campaign like that, I would buy these things even if they're horrendously obviously evil. Front one. Oh!
How do you like your ribs?
My god, I can't eat the... I can eat the pizza. Can't eat the tacos. Look, it might have been rude, but it was also highly effective. And you know, at some point we're just going to have to deal with that. That's the way the world works.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I think one of my favorite things about this is that if you throw one of these bowling bombs regularly, then you can ricochet it, and if it hits you again, you just pick it back up. Vault fire is it's going boom no matter what. Downside is that sometimes happens. There's so much hope going into this. Okay, what was more rude? Jumping them in the can or doing that to them? That might be the way I'm supposed to go. Okay. I'm safe. I am... Uh-oh. Ah! I think I have Chance's vote on that. Then it can, because theoretically they could have had their pants down. Fair. The explosives in this game are so much fun. It's just, hey, what if we absolutely showered you with these rockets? And a little bit hard to use, but well enough that you can still get good direct detonation.
Going out.
And also gave you some good grenades that just takes care of the problem.
Oh, you throw quite a party. state-of-the-art bang bang.
And yet, through all of this, crossbows will never fall out of fashion. Oh, classic Doom elevator. Ah, shoot, I actually don't need it. Actually, I have full capacity for my portable medkits. Wow. Okay, we're just going to be human stick. Back!
I like the way you die.
Once again, completely forgetting that does not give me shot shells. And also not really caring. Okay, I am completely turned around now. It's like, if this was the way up, do I have anything else to do down here? I swear, the worst types of stages in these games are not actually the... are not actually the large maps, because those can be fairly linear. The worst things in these games are the tiny maps. Oh, there's another healthy kid up there. Oh, okay. That's where I'm going. There's another elevator. Because with a big map, you can be pretty confident that where you need to go is where you weren't before. On a small map, you might just end up twisting over yourself several times to figure out what changed. And we are still in... Oh. Getting closer. Gee, here we go. There we are. That is somewhat nonsensical to apply real logic to games sometimes. I'm always curious how much theoretical pullback weight a future crossbow would have.
What the hell? That's not how you treat your guests, Heskel.
I think it depends on what mechanisms you're using. Because if you use, like, a standard draw weight, there is... Yeah. Oh, problem solved for me. Then you have to limit it to what the average, what an average human would be able to pull back. But enemies mean go in the right way, always. But if you're dealing with futuristic gear,
What the hell? That's not how you treat your guests.
then you're able to add some sort of windlass or crank mechanism onto it. I know Middle Ages crossbow design, one feature they had was either a foot stirrup on them, so you could grab it and pull it back with all your strength instead of just what you'll be able to with one hand from the shoulder, or using a hand crank and a winch mechanism in order to pull back a heavier draw weight with more force.
What
Obviously,
the
like a
hell?
plasma
It's
crossbow,
not how you treat
like
your
games
guests,
have, it
Haskell.
might just be something crazy too, like genetic enhancements. True. Of course, it also might not matter what the draw weight is on account of everyone involved, of it not actually needing to fire with physical force, but rather be able to, it just needs to throw something a certain distance that, like if it's a glob of plasma, might not even have that much weight. Of course, this is also not going into like assisted bow design where there could be a mechanism on the arms itself to help with folding high strength, high torque motors in the stock to automatically pull it back without human strength and all that. But yeah, it's however many it's really fun to think about. Like, that's why I love sci-fi. You can think of so many weapon designs that it's unreal. Like, I like doing sci-fi world building just for what would everything look like. Also, it is getting kind of late, and I shouldn't be up. And I should actually try to get something resembling a decent sleep schedule. So, let's see if the various people who I know who we can raid. Oh, I can't tell if they're reorganizing or just people are dropping out. Yeah. I love steampunk for that reason too, of giving some thought to things. Let's see, we have... Oh! You know, we were talking about this earlier. Let's raid... Let's raid Ayumi, because she's playing Dishonored. And yeah, thank you so much for coming up and talking. I really enjoyed chatting with everyone and streaming. I'll actually be streaming again tomorrow because I'm at least trying to keep the semblance of a stream schedule. But yeah, so go raid Ayumi, and I guess if you have it, we do have an appropriate bomb emote. If not, just I don't know, give it your best 90s action movie line. Yeah, see you tomorrow, and it was real fun. Bye.
Yes.